My people, for those who can speak Fufude, for those who can speak Hausa Oya, come and help us translate this one. Because when we say it, they say we are telling lies. According to the governor of ZAMFARA, he's saying, and I quote, when they catch these terrorists, they find guns and weapons on them. When they want to lock them up, jail them, suddenly, they confess to them that they have connections, godfathers in Abuja. And before you know it, those same godfathers will seek an immediate release of the terrorist. I will play it in the original records. Hear the Hausa he is speaking or Fufude. I don't care. Listen to this and let the translators come and translate this one. Listen. Listen.
Ya tabbatar da ya ansa cewa ya kashe mutane yana da daba amma da shi ne shugaban wanda a lokacin shi yana da bindigogi guda suna can akwai daya mataimakin shi yana da bindigogi guda muna tafiya su mara bibiyar su da abin da ke gina kullum yanzu ya je ya biya ma mahaifiyar shi da hajji a bauchi da jami'a ya taimaka mashi wata ishi ga mashi daya a nan kuma haka ta zai tafiya shi wani karanci kuma ya amsa cewa lallai na ya yi shi ne shugaban wannan ba wai ba son mu mai hukunci kan ba sai mutum ka'idar da masu cinsa aka yi shi don yari aka ajiye shi me zai faru an kawo shi mutum jiya da dare na ta gama cewa an ba shi wani mutane yana nan yanzu haka an riga an an ba shi ɗaya da haya akwai sauran suna su mata a kasu kuma tun kafin lokacin muna da labarin tun da yake bisa ana magana da shi daga Abuja kuma a kan cewa za a kama shi kotu kuma sun tabbatar masu cewa in an kawo su kotu za a tsaye shi kuma abin ya faru Allah ya sama wa majaza Ubangiji Allah wani yake da hannu Ubangiji Allah kuciya abin da zai iya faruwa zai iya faruwa da ɗanɗo zai iya faruwa da masoyin wanda ke kai ya kuɗe son wanda gama wallahi ba za a shiga cikin amma kuciya Allah ya karɓa kunyi Allah ya kushe in ba ku yi ba Allah zai kama ban tsammani yadda muke cikin bakin cikin nan ba yau ba zamfara za a ce an kama ɗan ta'adda ba wai ji ba gani abin nan ya faru amma kai don son ranka ka zauna kai tsanin cewa wai za ka ba da shi ne ba wannan cikin zai koma zai ci wata ta'addancin nan wataƙila kai ne ya ci in ba kai ba iri ɗanka iri matarka iri ɗan uwanka sauran yanzu haka za a kawo su kotu za ku yi a kan al'umma da suke ta'addanci ma ya wanda ya kashe mutum ya yarda ya ansa cewa ya kashe yana da bindigogi yana da wani sauransu. Akwai wani ƴaƴanku ne yara ƙanana yanzu wannan da kuka bari aka saki yana ɗaya daga cikin manajan Jaiz Bank da aka wanda sun ƙarshe ya faɗi shi ga ƙasar da ya samu da raina ka yau kun saki shi ɗaya daga cikin yawan shari'a ko ya saki shi suna kuɗi sosai. Hakkin al'umma wallahi na da duk abin da za a baka da ansa nan kai wannan abu wallahi ya gare ka haram balle inji kai tunanin cewa wai yanzu za a samu yin bukatar da shi kenan Allah shi wanda za a shi da shi kamar sauran Allah rayuwar nan ba wani da ya mutu dukkan wannan Allah zai yi kokar rayuwar mu ba tare da musali ba tare da shi lafiya ba Allah ya shi a wani mutum da saboda haka a kula ina gaya mana ne inda za ku shiga musan nauyin da Allah ya kuma kada ku bari ya kake kada ku bari san zuciya ya sa ku yi abin da ba shi wallahi Allah ya tafiya Muhammad ce ba wanda yake fasit daga daga amma me ya shi ne karkar da ya da dama da bani kuma abin da tsara wallahi da ya fi ya sun ce da sannan kuma sama da ni waya da zuwa bayani da kuma masu sanin duniya da sani da matsalar da su fuskanta daga cikin wa'ansu wanda Allah ya ba mu wannan dama biya wanda ta mata amma san rai da san duniya mutum da za ka ansa wallahi haraka ce da yaranta abu ne ya rage gani kun yi Allah ya san in kun bari yan siyasa sun yi amfani Allah ya kalla kuma zai tambaye
Hold it there, my people. Hold it there. It is clear. They've been overwhelmed. When we warn them that this thing you people are hiding, you call it politics. Because a Christian man was there and a way to make sure that he only did one term in power or one term in office. You brought in a terrorist to create a tension in that shithole country. And yes, even though you had your way, good Lord Jonathan could only do one tenor in government and all that bullshit. But at the end, we've seen what's happened. Those you brought in with the promise that that was their land, they should come and die to take over Nigeria. Now they are saying they ain't going. They must complete the mission. And suddenly, the North is now feeling the brunt. Hence, I'm calling out on the southern zone, those who believe in Nigeria from the south. We, the Biafrans, are telling you guys to please wake up. Don't be scared. They are coming. We know they are coming, but let them come. It is clear. We know that they are bandits. In fact, they are terrorists, not bandits. But let them come. They are coming. My only anger is the so-called politicians from the southern region. When I say the southern region, I mean Biafra land and the Yoruba land. My only anger is those they claim to be politicians. They have been the problem. Because they've been bought over by the Northern Caliphate. Until this day, they are playing the games. They pretend not to see what is happening. They pretend not to know what is going on. That's the problem. Hence, I'm calling out on the Yorubas. You must wake up. The terrorists, they have run through the whole of the north. They now collect taxes, taxation. They are now tax officers in the north. They are coming. One of their leeway is to come through Sharia, the fastest way. Once they establish Sharia courts, Sharia customary court, or whatever they call it in Yoruba land, they will then come and use that Sharia court as their office. And before you know it, they will start taxing the Yorubas. Fulani headsmen, Boko Haram, ISIS, ISWAP, Lakorawa will come and start to tax you in your different states. If they are doing it in the north, they will do it in Yoruba land. Why? Because there is a common denominator between the Yorubas and the Fulani. That thing is Islam. And suddenly, because of Islam, you have now accepted Sharia law. You see how they come? It is called Islamification. Islamification. Most of you know the end point. The end goal is what? Islamization, yes. But the process they follow, the milestones, the stepping stones, the yardstick they follow, the stages is called Islamization. They know that the southeast, Biafra land, will be their last bus stop. The last fight, called the fight of Armageddon, will happen in Biafra land. Because in us, we are children of the rising sun. We are children of the light. We believe in our God, and we call our God by a particular name, not just G-O-D. Our God has a name. So there is no mistake between our God. When they say there's only one God. No. Don't get it twisted. There are so many gods out there. But we know the God we serve. And we have a name for that God. So they will come. When they come, they will meet their end in the land of Biafra. My only disdain, my only dismay is I expected the Yorubas to wake up as well. You have seen what is happening. Do your research. In the north, they are paying tax now. The farmers in the north, if they don't pay their taxes, they chop their head off. If you don't pay taxes and you are going to do your harvest, they chop your head off. You've seen it happen. But somehow, something still makes you feel it will not come to your doorstep. It is coming. They are coming with their Sharia law now. I see that one as what goes around comes around. Because it was still a Yoruba man that sanctioned Sharia law in that zoo called Nigeria. Obasanjo was the one that sanctioned Sharia law in that zoo called Nigeria. So it's only sensible. It only makes sense that before the zoo explode or implode, that thing called Sharia law may have to touch the land of the man that agreed to make it to become law. He was responsible. According to him, when the ZAMFARA governor, way back then in 1999 and early 2000, when they came to him and said they wanted Sharia law to be established, about 7 states came up 7 northern states, they requested Sharia law. And back then, we expected Obasanjo to be strong. This same man just sent their so-called military to Udi to kill the Igbos. So we expected him to be strong, to stand his ground. Instead, he was laughing about it. He turned it into a satire, into a caricature. He was laughing and cracking jokes. He said, Sharia law will die a natural death. I repeat, I will mimic him because I was a young boy then and I was watching NTA News. I saw the interview, and when they asked him, sir, will you allow this thing called Sharia to, come into law? He was asked on NTA News. And he was laughing. He was laughing. He became a jester. He became a clown. He was laughing and he said, I quote, I will mimic his voice. He said, if they want Sharia law, I will give them Sharia law because Sharia law will die a natural death. I give them 6 months. Sharia law will die a natural death, because if they take the case of Sharia court and they want to, make it become law, all you have to do is go to the High Court, to the Appeal Court, to the Supreme Court, and it is higher than the Sharia law. So I give them 6 months. Sharia law will die a natural death. He gave the cabal 6 months in a caricature saying that Sharia law will die a natural death within 6 months. That was in the year 1999/year 2000. 25 years later, Sharia law is now in Yoruba land. God have mercy. Sharia law is now in Yoruba land. You see? This is the problem. People are scared to call a spade a spade. That's the problem. And you want us, the Biafrans, to remain in a country like that? You must be joking. Today, I am giving an assignment to my people out there to please help to translate. Transcribe these words. Let us see what this man was saying in English, so we can pick everything word for word. It's very, very shameful and very, very sad. Now you all understand why we are leaving Nigeria, because those who say they love Nigeria, it is now clear to them that that thing called Nigeria cannot hold. Hence we are saying, soon and very soon, you shall all sleep in Nigeria and wake up in a brand new country. For we, it's going to be Biafra. For the Yorubas, I pray you will have your Yoruba nation. And for the rest, to each its own. Thank you very much, and may God bless you.
Yeah, check me out. Superstars Media. Lord Logan, Bloomington, Lord Logan, and it's wild Flora show. 1914 amalgamation is what we dying for. 3 nations to 1 nation, ever since annihilation. Nepotism is nonsense. You and you, clap your hands. Biafra gonna come, clap your hands. Biafra, Oduduwa, we're free now. Freedom is gonna come, we're free now. Yeah.